Hey Pepper Gang, can you believe I found a top-down extraction raid-based PvPvE game? Yes, you heard that right, top-down extract looter shooter game like Marauders, Tarkov, Cycle, Hunt, all of those. I'm talking about Hell is Others, a game that just came out October 20th and no one is talking about it. That's why I'm here. Content creator that loves this genre, here to share what I have discovered. Put my claim out there with a video some of you might have seen about how this extract looter shooter genre is the next wave, and this game is further reinforcement to that idea. If you want to discuss anything from this video, swing by my Twitch channel while I'm live. We love to talk gaming. The link is below. So what is Hell is Others? Well, shit, there's so much to it, guys. I've never played anything like it, and for my first hour of gameplay, I knew I stumbled onto a gem. The core idea of the game is you live in Century City, a horror-themed city full of monsters and unique NPC characters and other tenants like yourself. You live in an apartment in the city, and you go out with a raid timer of about 12 minutes. Your goal is to survive, fight against creatures and other players, loot quest items that NPC traders require of you, extract via a random elevator that spawns randomly throughout the map during the second half of the raid. The raid include 10 other players who randomly spawn. You can play solo or with a partner. And even if you're with a friend, you still have to take different extract elevators. Once you extract, you can sell items, turn them in for quests, or you can stash them away in your apartment. Even though this game has a multiplayer PvP raid gameplay loop, there is a story that every player discovers that unfolds on its own as you progress. The NPC in the hallway, Alfred the Bunny, he guides you through this story and helps flesh out the lore with other NPCs as well. The NPCs are for the most part all in raid traders, so there's a chance you can die to monsters or other players when going into a raid to interact with them. Once you do their initial quest, you unlock their respective store, and there's even a banker NPC and ATMs in the raid map to interact with. You can deposit money you find or earn in the middle of the raid at the bank, and it'll be safe kept by them, and you can access that money via ATMs right outside the stores of the in-game traders. Pretty awesome feature. There is only one junk dealer, Octave, that you can access outside of the raid, and he is even unique because he only buys a few things per day, depending on the day of the week. The fact that the majority of the trader interactions are in the raid, where I have the chance of dying with quest items, rewards, or money, elevates the stakes of this game. Most games in this genre, the traders can be safely interacted with outside of the raid, and you don't have to risk anything when you go talk to them. As much as I respect Tarkov and what it's done for gaming, I like to bust Battlestate Games balls and say this game beat you to in-game traders. I'm just saying. But anyway, we've talked core gameplay loop, NPCs, but now we really dig into the meaty part, the best part of this game. Quick warning here though, this is where the game can get a little weird, but it's pretty awesome and the reason why I think this game will grow and be the selling point for people on the fence. I'm talking about your apartment. This is your Tarkov hideout, your cycle quarters, your home, your stash. Through collecting blood from monsters, other players, or items you find in the raid, you feed this blood to different things in your apartment. These blood items, such as the bonsai plant, are tied to the main story progression. If you end up playing, the tutorial explains how they tie to the story. And I also unlocked a second plant that lets me grow bullets with blood. I can use fertilizer parts I find around the raid map that can give buffs and debuffs to my custom bullets. And over 3 days, I can grow my very own bullets with their own unique attributes. It's a pretty unique mechanic, and I'm sure there's other pots that can grow things in that I haven't discovered as well. In addition to the plants, there's a crack in the wall called a chasm that asks for blood. As you feed them blood, your inventory space on your character will expand permanently, and you will be able to break down walls and expand the physical space of your apartment. You can choose what walls to break, and you will be able to go above as well of your starter apartment. Pretty awesome. The fact that you can customize the look of your stash, hideout, apartment is so awesome, and it goes even deeper than that. Every single item that you can put in your apartment, except for some Twitch drops items you can get from quests such as end tables and lamps, have buffs that can affect your character. If I hover over them, you can see they can affect reloads, health, and much more. And guess what? We go even deeper than that. Buffs exist in this game. Permanent character buffs and debuffs. And permanent until you die, that is. In short, you can find consumables in raid, eat them, your character will gain or lose stats in the categories on the right, and once you die, all those reset to 0. I had a run of about 5 raids where I didn't die, my character was starting to get stronger and have advantages that others didn't have. Became more attached with him, and when I died, I lost all those buffs and it felt kinda crappy. It made that death a lot more punishing. Good comparison to the system is the character system Hunt Showdown has, where your best characters have skills and buffs added over time. Hell as Others kept me wanting to go in, find more consumables, and mess around with the buff system even more. I'm sure there are meta builds that revolve around stamina and movement speed, and more that will emerge over time when it comes to PvP. As you can see, the core gameplay loop and the similarities between traditional extract shooter games and this one are there. It has the immersion I seek in these games. The audio in this game, the heartbeats, all the little sounds that you can hear really build up the tension. These PvP fights are tense. There's risk everywhere, and even after dying, the game keeps me wanting to do more. I think the apartment and the in-game traders are the highlights of the game, and other future extract looter shooters can learn a lot from this system. Also, Twitch streamers, I'm looking at you. This game already has a Twitch integration that allows chat to partake in polls while you are in raid, and they get to pick debuffs to hurt your character, such as inverted controls, instant bleeding, and much more, made for fun content and even more rewarding runs. Now, I'm sure I missed a few details, but this summarizes Hell as Others as best as possible without spoiling any story progression details. I actually heard about the game from an email, and when I saw a top-down game had online PvP and extraction elements, I had to try it out, and I'm glad I did. And keep getting shocked at the ingenuity and creativity smaller dev teams have had when it comes to this genre, and a top-down extraction PvP game like this was one of the last creations I would have considered. I love to see unique and original ideas in gaming, and this game is definitely its own twist on the genre. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm solely wanting to excite you guys over a $15 game that has insane potential. It's only a matter of time word gets around about this game, but I wanted the Pepper Gang to be one of the first ones to hear about it. I doubt this will be my only video on the game. I'll be continuing to dabble into it in the near future on Twitch. Let me know in the comment section if you end up trying it and you find this video informative. Consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future extract looter shooter content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.